Another 99%er. Oh, this hand is pretty great. Barons does seem good in this deck, but it's still maybe a bit underwhelming, you know. Mana War, like the upside, it's actually harder to cast Mana War too. It's not a given that I have double blue on turn. Wow, Ether Gust, nice. You want to cut his in it and Davin's feet. I might try the creature version at some point of blue white. Decided not to keep that. New Tef and Ban seems strong. Yeah, you just feed Uro. New Tef just seems, apparently it's good in Modern too. Definitely misjudged the Fairy Master of Time so far. Definitely overperforming. AK, I'm just bad at trading cards. Interesting. I could have discarded the island maybe. So far I've just added Simulacrum, Cultivate, and Ugin to Bant. Yeah. Is Cultivate good? Is it not too much with Uro and stuff? People have been doing that, just ignoring Teferi. Ooh. Huh. Alright, let's do that first. This could just Yorion. There's nothing wrong with Yorion right now. You could blink Teferi and you get to use it at the end of your turn, but I think since this already has 6 counters, I'm just not going to blink it. Cultivate is absurd. Yeah, good card. It's about finding the right balance of ramp. You know, how much you want to be a Ugin deck, because you kind of have to build your deck around Ugin, I feel a bit, you know. Having Ugin in your deck feels like it's what happens if I do that? I guess we're about to find out. The spell just fizzles. Yeah, that's probably not the best Dahmer's Ambush ever. Like, I don't know if it's as simple as you take Bant and you add a bunch of Cultivate, Solemn, whatever, and, you know, some Ram cards, or there's got to be a bit more to it, right? Maybe not. Cards they make these days are so good. Maybe that's just way to go. I don't know. I was saying yesterday I hope the new Teferi is good, but not too good, because I don't want people to be mad about having to play with that card against that card for 2 years. It seems like good, but, you know, a bit skill testing for your opponent. Should they ignore it and this? And I don't know. Maybe it's going to be too good, though. Hey, Craig. Yeah, the new Teferi is definitely... I mean, I haven't tried a ton of the new cards, but it seemed really good so far. Isn't M21 only for 1 year? Oh yeah, I don't know how rotations work exactly. Maybe this M21 is not only legal for... No, because you have M20 and M21 at the same time, right? Is Baneslayer viable with EC in meta? It might be a good sideboard card if people have nothing to deal with it, but Domri's Ambush is a thing, Fry is a thing. Kind of depends how it lines up against their sideboard cards in their removal. Or it might be the kind of card that's good one weekend and then bad the next one, depending on what removal suit people are using, you know. I even care about Shadow Sky. I guess I'll keep it for now. I guess this is where you kind of feel that Teferi is good, but it's not card advantage. I feel like I'm playing these Yorions and I'm not progressing that much, so I think that this is kind of game where... And I even got the like sick like blowout was... I don't know, maybe it's not Teferi is the problem. Maybe it's just that I don't have Omen of the Sea in play, and that deck's just so much worse when you don't have Omen of the Sea in play. I was gonna block with all my tokens and my wall. And then if they play something, I can just blink it. Discarding lands instead of playing them is kind of wonky. Yeah, I mean, I see this as kind of deck where you basically want to make your land drops until the end of the game. I don't know, I've already gotten 2 good use of the -3. The blue-white Huron deck is literally Omen of the Sea that deck, yeah. It is. You mentioned Teferi feeding Uro, and I think without a blue-white Titan, we don't get the advantage of feeding anything. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying the card because it's new, and sometimes they just make these cards that are just too good not to play, and it's possible Teferi is just one of these cards. Well, I get to play all of it. No, I don't get to play all of it. All right, I'll get rid of the Shatter the Sky. And I'll get rid of... Oh, wait, what? Oh, yeah, it phases until their next turn, right? I always forget. I was like, why is it protected from my casket? Elspeth's Son's Nemesis. Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna play Teferi, maybe we should have at least one escape card, even a Glimpse of Freedom or something. This phase out at coming to play effect. No, it basically like kind of just disappears. So it doesn't blink tokens. Like tokens come back. It doesn't trigger coming to play effect. Yeah, maybe yeah. I mean, that would be more of a control shell, I feel. Blue-White Control, you play 4 frantic inventory, and you can discard the first one to Teferi Master of Time. And I was playing a league of Pioneer yesterday, and someone was playing frantic inventory in their modern deck. Exciting stuff. I get one more card. Alright, you're gonna have Ceratops, right? What's good against Ceratops? Yes, I already have all the cards that are good against Ceratops in my deck. Blue-black, you just play Frantic Search or Frantic Inventory, Cling to Dust, and the new Teferi. I tried the 6-mana Cryptic. No, I could try that card. Since I actually have something to blink. Do I have time for Second Omen? I'm actually going to bottom. It's a bit greedy, I think. When is the next standard tourney? There's some Red Bull qualifiers coming up. There's the Final Store, which is in July. That's my next big standard tournament. Pretty there'll be some good tournaments run on MTG Melee though, on Arena, like I'm sure this weekend. I think there's a big historic tournament this weekend. Alright, what's the deal here? Just take my medicine. Yeah. I mean, I take 2 damage if I divide the giant anyway, so not very appealing. Do I have a red-green deck build right now? Not really. Why do I play Field of Ruin? Because of Blast Zone for the most part. I used to have my own Blast Zone, but Teemo Rec was super popular, and Blast Zone was one of their best cards against me, so it felt pretty free, and it's a little fixing too. Obviously, Outer Castles, Castle Lochtwain, Castle Vantress. It's pretty good when you have Castle Vantress, you know, and you get to kill it after they scry to the top, they scry to the top, and that kind of stuff. Is Nexus the best deck in Historic? I heard it's Nexus and Gruul aggro that are tier 1, and then the rest is kind of whatever, but seems that like if you just have to beat Nexus and Gruul, you could build a control deck to beat these decks. To have a favorable matchup overall against these decks. What did they hit? Nothing. Alright, I'm gonna lead was ECD. This way if they play another big threat, I can blink it. Would I play my Yorion next turn? Not Gruul, then Cry says it's literally impossible to beat Gruul. Are you talking Nexus versus Gruul? Why no Ugin in my deck? Because it doesn't... I don't think I need it, and I don't think the minus works very well. I'm trying to build a big board with my Omens and my Planeswalker, so I don't really want to lose all of it just to play Ugin. Also, 8 mana cards is just expensive. It's not like Ugin is so good, you just try and play it in every deck. You think if companions didn't get the nerf, would people have started to play them in decks? Or you mean... If companion didn't get the nerf, would I be playing 80 cards? I would probably be playing a... You know, this deck would probably be much better as an 80 card deck if companions didn't get the nerf. No, it's 6. Should I just divide the career Robert of the Rich just in case they have more removal? Just not risk it. Oh, I didn't even really mean to do that, but I guess that works. Do have a Yorion in my yard. But I'm still gonna play one, and do I want to reset ECD or not? I'll reset ECD for now. What was the nerf on companion? You have to pay free mana. If you played as a companion, you have to pay free mana to put it in your hand. Whereas in the past, you had it as your companion and you could play it whenever. Like, I'm playing this card not as a companion, so it doesn't affect Yorion in my deck. But when you play it as, when you started it was your companion outside of the game, it feels so long ago, right? I already forgot what it feels like to play with companions, and it's, a few weeks old or something? It's kind of weird. I already forgot what it feels like to play with companions and stuff. It's funny. Ooh, Michael, thanks for the raid. What do you end up playing? Magic Online or Arena? I saw you were polling earlier. I think Michael was playing some limited. Anyways, welcome everyone. I'm playing some not limited. Playing all constructed here. Just updated my blue-white deck. I don't know. I guess Solemn Dare is kind of underwhelming, honestly. I probably should have bottomed it. Michael was playing drafts on MTGO. Yeah, I played a little draft yesterday. I've already drafted M21 a couple times. Probably as many times as I've drafted Ikoria. Companions were fine. Yeah, right. Totally fine. Totally fine. All right.